We're doing here an evening stroll in this field. Often when there's not too much snow, it's nice to go around these. So not in the forest this time around. If you look closely, there's some deers there. There's often so much deers in these fields and in the forests, especially in the winter time. They come near the village, so good supper for the wolves. One of the reasons why there is so much wolves are, of course, the deers. But yeah, into the matter. So I want to do a review of a very interesting knife. Let me take it out. I have it as a neck knife. This I got 1 week ago. This is the BPS Finn-Lite, and I'm really surprised by this knife. So I wanted to actually immediately a review of this, and yeah, as the name kind of says already, Finn-Lite, so it's kind of takes the influence from Finnish puukko, which is rather obvious from the looks of it. But then again, it's something totally different. So that's why I like it. So there's many things that you have similar with Finnish puukko. It's kind of rounded nicely here, wooden handle, Scandi grind, kind of lightweight. Very nice, extremely lightweight, I have to say. But yeah, I have to say one thing before I actually go on with the review. I will do some, even some light batoning, some feathers. This actually will test also the spine. I haven't yet tested it, but it feels like it could throw a very good spark. Also being carbon steel 1066 carbon steel. Yeah, but there's one very interesting thing that I want to mention is that there's a knife that I wanted to have many years, and that knife is very similar to this. And I tested that knife like years ago. One friend of mine had it, and I tested it. Did some feathers, some very small food prep, and that's it. But I really liked the concept of that knife, and that's the Bark River ultralight bushcrafter. And I really wanted to have that knife for many years. And this is actually very similar. So of all my knives that I now have, this is the most similar to that knife. And that is about 15 times more expensive than this one. So this is extremely cheap knife. But it's actually fantastic because now I kind of have a knife that I wanted from the ultralight bushcrafter, because that's also a genius design. It's just bloody expensive, and I'm kind of done with Bark Rivers anyways. But that knife is, I think it's totally similar thickness. It could be that was a tad thicker, but almost like the similar thickness, then similar length. The handle was similar. I would say this is actually more comfortable to handle. This is nicely rounded, and then the both had Scandi. Well, Bark River would have a kind of Scandi Vex, so not totally similar, but very close. And it's very close as a concept. So this knife is so lightweight that it's really fabulous, because now I just had it today. I had it a few days before, and I really don't notice it at all on my neck. So this is so lightweight. I measured it. It's about 15 grams more lightweight than, for example, the Peltonen M23, which is a fantastic neck knife. I did already a review. So this is more lightweight than that, and it's almost double of the Varustelleka Skrama 80, which is actually very similar, the blade length. So very lightweight, but then really capable. So I did already some feathers with this, nice. I did some carving with this, totally like really nice, because with this thin blade, this digs on the deep on the wood really aggressively. So I just found this to be absolutely great knife, just because you can do so many things with this one. feels like a puukko in the hand, very lightweight, has of course good balance also on the first finger. It's really a pleasure to do woodwork. Fantastic control. I feel it like really likes to eat the wood, so doing feathers need to have a light touch if you want to make the curls. But look, for example, this kind of very small curls. I'm hardly even holding it on my hand. I'm just letting the knife do its work, and I can do these really fine feathers, which are great, of course, if you're using fire steel. And then, of course, it does bigger feathers also. Yeah, so really nice. And I wouldn't shy away actually of using it for really light holding. So it will take small beating, no problem. And one thing I still want to test is does this scrape fire steel? So let's test that one. Wait a second. So it does feel very sharp, the spine. All right. Amazing. Whoa. So there you have it. Fantastically versatile EDC. Really nice. So this concept of having Scandi, kind of a woodworking knife, so this has capabilities of woodwork, but then what makes this such a fantastic blade is that this is actually nice with food prep. And this is such a versatile blade, so if I would go now to a forest shelter and I wanted to do some food prep, I would have this on my as a neck knife, as a backup knife, and I wouldn't even notice it that I have it there, and then this would be joy to use as a food prep knife. So because it's so thin. So we'll maybe put here a clip of that doing some food prep. So I'm doing here actually a pizza. I don't know if this is kind of my recipe, I don't know, but I never ate this type of pizza. But yeah, I like to do like maybe a couple of times a month a pizza. And I have here mushrooms, and these are the yellowfoot mushrooms, Cratarellus tubiformis. I could do, of course, porcini. I could do black trumpet mushrooms, many mushrooms, but these are really nice. And what I do is these are dried mushrooms from last autumn, and I kind of soak them in water for about 1 hour, and then I will kind of dry them, not completely, but I will of course take the water away, and then they're good to go. Then I will have here's some capers, really nice, with the mushrooms, and then red onions, garlic. Well, the garlic will go to the tomato sauce, then paprika. Normally, actually, I will use red paprika. Here I have yellow. The taste is pretty similar. And then I have here Emmental cheese. Could use different cheese. Sometimes I use Emmental and mozzarella, only Emmental. So I kind of, or Gouda even. So I kind of mix things up a bit. Then often when the pizza has come out of the oven, I actually put some Parmesan on top of it. But the point is the knife. So I did all the food prep with this knife, and I have to do some red onions more, so I will cut them. This is fabulous with food prep. well, it's not really like on a total kitchen knife level, but it's really close. So you can get really precise slices with this one, as the blade stock is so thin, and being also like a true Scandi, it really cuts like immediately. Like it's really actually quite nice. There's a few things this is not so good. I would say like maybe chopping up maybe carrots or something. Then I will notice the shoulders, so to speak, of the Scandi. But look at this. This is such a precise. Really a pleasure. Really a pleasure. Then some paprika. I like them in this recipe because they give nice sweetness to it. We'll just chop them like that. Look at this. This is such a pleasure to use. So this makes this knife really fabulous. So great with carving. You can do nice feathers. Of course, it's not a survival blade. It will bend tiny amount, but such a versatile blade. It's like almost like a bird and trout type of knife, but with being Scandi, you can do such a nice woodwork with this one. So we'll continue here with the pizza, drinking here some German beer also. See you later. So it's just the versatility of this. Then I completely will see me using this as a mushroom knife next season. So the versatility is really great. And what you get for like 20 to 30 euros is fantastic. There's one thing that I want to mention. First of all, these bolts don't really bother me at all. So first I thought, are they going to do some annoying hotspots? No, haven't really noticed it. By the way, fit and finish, really nice, really nice. So better than with most of the bark rivers that I have, and this is like 30 euros knife. So really big kudos to BPS. Only thing that I would change is to have a bit thicker the leather sheet. So I like the leather sheet a lot. I like there's 3 different places to put the lanyard. Nice, you could have it a bit different positions. I like to carry it like this, so it's like this on my neck. I like it. All great. And then the fit is fantastic here because the friction goes all around here. So similar to pukkos. Pukkos have a great friction, so this is not going to drop. But one thing, this is so pointy, so piercing knife, and this bends. So I really do worry that I'm going to go through the leather sheet. So I'm really thinking of doing some modes here to make this better. But generally I like the form, I like the nimbleness. It's not too thick and everything, but just a bit thicker the leather would be great. So, but all in all, I'm totally in love with this. This really is becoming, really could see this becoming my favorite neck knife just because of the weight. So with Peltonen Sisipukko, I actually think that probably is a bit more comfortable as a carving knife. It's a bit thicker, the handle, I love it. It's a bit thicker, the knife also. But this is such a versatile blade. So food prep, mushrooms, opening up a fish, no problem. Carving, feathers, yeah, just beautiful. Beautiful neck knife. So kudos to PBS. I'm continuing here. Have a nice day, everybody.